Well, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Furian. I am the Irish Furian. I want to show you something that I discovered recently. I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was from the channel Ruptly, which reports for Russian media, and it was of the protest against the bringing in of um, hate speech and hate crime laws, which Charlie Flanagan, the Minister for Justice, is threatening to bring in, and probably will bring in. But there was a protest against it last weekend, and then there was, of course, you have this paid crowd, rent a mob, NGOs who are paid to show up and get money for showing up. And I saw something very interesting. I saw something very, very interesting while I was watching this video. And I'm going to show you now. Bear with me. So what I saw was this guy.
To oppose those guys who pretend to be for free speech when they are for bullying and intimidation, as came to this country as asylum seekers.
Okay, so I'll show you something. If you look under the picture there, if you look under his picture, it says Algerian Hamou Emali says Islamophobia is rising, and unfortunately right-wing politics is also rising. All right, so this is an article that was written back in 2017. This is just as mass immigration was happening into Cork. This was just before it, and this article showed up in the local newspaper, the Evening Echo, here in Cork. And this guy had this big spread all about how every Muslim in Cork has suffered racism and discrimination. Okay, every. Now you think I'm being hyperbolic, or you may think I'm being overly sensational. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every page that I've scanned, and I'll display it for you. You can read it for yourself, and you can make up your own mind. We'll start with this one. Okay. You can pause the video at each newspaper clipping. Okay. Oh, as you can see on that article there, it says every in capital letters, in capital letters, every. Now that's a mathematical impossibility. Not impossible, but highly, highly, highly improbable, because that would mean a lot of work by for people to be discriminated against other people. Now, discrimination is not a bad word unto itself. You discriminate every day when you choose how many sugars you put in your tea. You discriminate whether you want tea or coffee or none. You discriminate. That's what discriminating is. And if by discrimination you say that a person wants to keep their country Irish and majority Irish people, because this is Ireland, then I'm discriminatory in that respect and that sense, and I believe many people are the same as myself. But as far as racial discrimination goes, I have never, ever, ever seen anybody being racially discriminatory here in Cork City, anywhere. So I just want you to look at these articles and you tell me what you think. Muslim men and women living in Cork are being subjected to physical and verbal attacks on an almost daily basis. Almost daily, right? That's a really bad situation. You imagine like if a certain racial group was constantly being attacked verbally and physically, would they still be here? Would they continue to stay in the area where this is continuing to happen? Bearing in mind this is 2017 and this man, Mr. Ali here, is an accountant in a well-known food store here in Cork. So we'll keep going. Okay. On an almost daily basis. And you see a guy called up here called Joe Moore from Anti-Deportation Ireland says security guards follow women, in particular around shops. Right. That's again is an NGO, a non-governmental organisation, which is a contradiction because non-governmental organisations are partially being funded by the government. So this is an Anti-Deportation Ireland is an NGO. So these people are getting funds. They're being funded to campaign and to be activists for a straw man, something that doesn't exist. So let's continue. Okay. Okay, you can read all of those there. So we'll continue with the video with Mr. Ali here.
And people like them always put me down and shouted things on the street.
So yeah, you've had a look, you've seen the wording used, make up your own mind.